One of the greatest kaiju movies of our time, and it came out in January. Go figure.
Welcome to the horror show. You realize there is nowhere to run. There's no game to fight. Paranoia is getting you alive.
Cloverfield. It is a big movie told through a small handheld device. The plot: while throwing a going-away party, a group of people are forced to run for their lives from terrors in the streets, subway tunnels, and apartments of Manhattan. Something has found us. Now I can clearly remember the hype for this movie. It was something special even before it was released. There were tons of fake titles going around, such as Monstrous, Clover, and even Cheese. But this movie was anything but cheesy. No matter what they called it, though, this $25 million budgeted movie was too big for its own britches. But somehow, that's the strongest aspect of this movie. Having the film be handheld found footage was very clever. It gave us a mostly consistent ground-level shot of the monster, which in turn made it way more effective. Revelation after revelation keep occurring, but we learn very little about what this thing is. Speculation is spoken, theories are tested, and even though it's all plausible, we simply do not know. I also love that the thoughts of the characters are not said at unbelievable times. They could have easily had the military throw out hypothesis after hypothesis, but instead we are treated to people just trying to keep their sanity. So being curious about ideas of where it comes from is quite the natural topic for discussion. For a found footage movie, it is shot surprisingly well. The cinematography, lighting, and framing are all great, and the camera doesn't shake too much, which is a negative fate of a lot of found footage movies. You get to know the characters, and even with a mere 20 minutes of dialogue, they are already likable and relatable. Every actor and actress do stellar jobs and work well off each other. When there's time for grief, it's there, and it feels authentic. The only actress I recognized was Jessica Lucas from Evil Dead 2013. But I promise you that you will be rooting for their survival. Even when all seems hopeless and there's no way out, you still want them to run and be safe. The gore, the effects. You heard me right. There's gore in this PG-13 kaiju movie. We get a nasty bite, a mangled body that looks like something came out of it, and an exploded body that is off-screen, but still highly effective. Back in 2008, people didn't expect to see much of the monster. Boy, were they ever treated with destruction. The CGI is actually quite good, and given the decent budget, I am still impressed every time I see it. Also, the dilapidated buildings and curb-covered streets definitely give it an apocalyptic quality. The musical score? There is no music. It's found footage, but I will dive into the sound effects. Holy crap, the monster's cries are terrifying, and every explosion isn't abundantly loud, so it has this level of acceptance to the ear. Overall, this is a solid monster movie that was kept in secrecy and definitely delivered on the goods. At an hour and 24 minutes, it's one of the shorter kaiju films made in America in this generation. But that is not a problem whatsoever. I highly recommend this film for its great characters, awesome visuals, intensity, and I can't wait to watch 10 Cloverfield Lane. This is a movie that'll definitely stick with you. Overall, I give Cloverfield a 4.5 out of 5. Lion Brian Gatto, host of Horror Show Entertainment. Make sure to like my Facebook page in the description below, leave comments, and subscribe.